Universe, this is Gypsy. This is my palette of the week video. Last week I had two palettes that I picked on. Both of these were Christmas presents. One of the palettes I've fallen in love with, and the other palette I don't know what to do with. The palette that I fell in love with was the All That Glitters Cargo Cosmetics product. And let me see if I can tilt it. I'm in front of a mirror. Let's see if that works. I love this. I like to put it just on the lid, especially when I'm wearing a darker eyeshadow. The palette that I don't know what to do with is the Wet n Wild paint palette. It looks like this. These are creams. I'm going to save it, of course. I don't declutter, y'all know that. It says limited edition metallics, Wet n Wild. It creases really bad. I'm not 100% sure how to wear that product, but I'm going to save it because I do a lot of festivals when I'm not in orientation, and I've been working a really heavy schedule. I don't have any leave built up yet, which you can begin building leave after 90 days. So hopefully I'll be able to go to some of the festivals that I attend mid-year of 2019. That would be a fun product to play with. I'm thinking along the lines of face painting, not eyelids, where things could crease. And all it says is that apply a small amount of color to desired areas, spread out evenly with brush or finger. Oh, look, there's some print below that says, not for use around eyes. This is not an eye palette. That explains a lot. I'm glad I didn't try it on the days that I went to work. I tried it after work to see how it would perform because I don't have a lot of experience with cream eyeshadow products. So that explains a lot. This is going to have to go in the festival gear. That's okay. The colors are gorgeous. I'll find a use for it. This week's palette of the week doesn't have a name brand stamped on it of any kind. And it's a refillable type of cosmetic case, and I have some other colors in my stash. I may have actually depotted them out of the little containers, but this is more than likely a Mary Kay product. I wasn't sure of what it was when I did my inventory videos. I feel confident this is a Mary Kay product and that you could purchase the refill. You bought the case separately and then you added the refills to it. The reason I'm choosing such a tiny palette to pick on this week is because this is the week that we begin our palette of the year. It's called the Palette as Old as Time. And I want some light colors to play with in this. I've recorded it in another video, but for the sake of letting you guys see it in case you haven't seen that other video, or you're not a subscriber and you're just stumbling across this, this is what I'm going to be picking on all year. These two are blushes. These three I've glued in where there used to be a brush applicator. These, of course, I've hit pan on and I really enjoyed. I considered these 5 problem colors that I'm going to learn how to use. I have discovered through playing with this that I absolutely love the turquoise. Absolutely love that olive right there. I haven't really learned how to use the green yet because I don't normally wear green on my eyes. I'm blue-eyed. And the black. Ugh, okay. Well, yeah, whatever. So, this is my palette of the week. This is a Mary Kay product. I'm going to pick on this palette all week in addition to wearing my, working on my project pan. The other thing I want to show you quickly is that I created my own little Z palette to go along with my project pan so that I would have light colors to work on. So I have a lot of colors to work with. These two, you see I used an old metal tin to make it with. These two, pan as old as time. It's an Avon palette, 1972. And these other that I created my own homemade Z palette. It's all kinds of makeup in there that I had depotted out of their containers to save space and to color coordinate. And I think I'm going to get a lot of good use out of it like that. This is what the new edition is going to be for this week. And I do have some colors duplicated in that homemade Z palette, but I've never touched on this. I've never worn this, and that's the object of my game when I pick a palette of the week for panning purposes. I don't pan them out. I don't use them up, but I get use out of them. That's the object of my game, is to get use out of my products. I've learned a lot about my products by doing this. I'm learning more technique every day, and that was my original reason for coming to YouTube to watch your videos, was to learn technique. I wanted to upgrade and update my makeup and my look, and I feel like when I compare my videos to the originals, my technique's improved dramatically, and the girlfriends at work, my co-workers, compliment me often, and that's a wonderful feeling, because you don't get empty compliments from ladies. You'll get empty compliments from gentlemen. It's just their nature. But you don't tend to get empty compliments from ladies. They speak their mind, especially with makeup application. And a few of the colors that I've worn, I was surprised I got compliments on, because I didn't like the way that it looked. For instance, I'm using a lip pencil. I simply pulled it because it was dark and I wanted to use it up. It's in a panning project. When I put this on, it looks fuchsia colored, and I don't care for it. And I got a compliment and was surprised, and she said that she really thought that that fuchsia color looked good on me. And it was underneath a lipstick, so it wasn't just a glaring bright fuchsia. So that's made me rethink my color palette. I'm drawn naturally to warm colors, but I think you can see by the color of my eyes and how pale my skin is, and this is hair color. This is not my natural color. I think I'm more of a winter. I am a freckle face. I do have freckles, and it's hard to get a good color match of foundation for me. I always go for the lightest foundations, because I feel like if I didn't have freckles, I would be very, very light. I don't tan, so I don't have to switch out foundations, and honestly, can't wear foundations in the summertime around here in South Carolina anyway. You'll melt. But long story short, this is my palette of the week video. Guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you haven't subscribed, thank you. If you would subscribe, I love making new friends. And have a wonderful week. I'll see you in a week with another palette. Bye.